Hello there, and I want to invite you in to join us with something really special over these next few days. A few of us on Monday morning met and we reflected on Joshua chapter 3, the start of the book of Joshua, where the Israelites have been wandering in the wilderness and they're just about to cross the Jordan and move into the promised land. And there, as they're about to cross the Jordan, Joshua gives them instructions to wait for the ark of the Lord to go forward and to follow that. And then he says these words. He said, "Then you will know which way to go, since you have never been this way before." And then he goes on to say to the people, "Consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you." And as we sat and reflected on that, we just had a sense that this was really a word for this moment. That as we enter into unknown territory, as our churches, both churches now have opened up for worship, as we're still worshipping in new patterns differently, we don't know what the future is going to hold. This is a place where we've never been before. And as we started at St Andrews, particularly this week, we just had a sense of, and in the service we consecrated ourselves to God again, as we talked on Sunday about those verses in Acts 2 where it talks about the disciples devoting themselves to God. And the promise here is that consecrate yourselves to God again, for tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you. And we just have a sense that actually God is going to do some really significant things amongst us and in our communities over these next weeks and months, but only if we seek to follow his leading and be prepared to leave the old behind and go into whatever the unknown is that he wants to take us into. And so as a way of doing this, what we did with the staff team on Monday is we created this cairn of stones here, because one of the things that the Israelites then did is when they crossed the Jordan, 12, one from each tribe of people, were instructed to stand in the Jordan, then take a stone out of it and to come and make a memorial on the other side, so that actually in years to come the Israelites can look back and say that memorial reminds us of how God opened up the Jordan River and allowed us to cross. And it was a thanksgiving memorial, a consecration memorial, a memorial that would remind them in the future of what God has done. And so what we did on Monday with Eddie and myself and Peter and Helen is we each brought a stone from our homes and we've laid it down here on the grass just outside St Andrews, and we're going to do one up at All Saints as well. And actually we laid these down on behalf of, I laid it down on behalf of the St Andrews congregation, Peter on behalf of All Saints, Helen on behalf of all the children, Eddie on behalf of our youth, as a way of saying at the start of this new season where our churches are both open again for the first time in 6 months, we consecrate ourselves again to God. And we decide that we commit here to be seeking your way and allowing you to take us into new territory. And what we want to do with you is we want to encourage each of you to contribute to this cairn, by actually bringing a stone from your homes and coming and laying it down here. And that's going to be a lovely picture of how, even though we've been separate over this last 6 months, meeting and worshipping in different places, in scattered places, we are still one body. And as some continue to remain worshipping at home and not coming into church, it reminds us that we are one body here, even though we still may be meeting in many places. And I hope this memorial will be a reminder, a thanksgiving for what God has done in terms of protecting our church family over these last few months. And hopefully protecting again into whatever the future holds. But also it's a chance for us to reconsecrate ourselves again to God. And I want to invite you, as you bring your stone and come at any time, during the day, at any day. If you're coming to the service on Sunday, maybe you want to bring your stone on Sunday. Certainly if you're at All Saints, we're going to start a little cairn on Sunday at All Saints. So bring it if you're coming to the service. But as you come and lay it down, I want to invite you to, as you lay it down, to perhaps let go of some things which God is asking you to let go of in this season. Perhaps some old patterns, old ways of being. We talked about some of that on Sunday's service. And it's a chance of laying them down, or laying down some hurts from the past, or laying down some of the struggles and brokenness that you may have from this last 6 months. And laying them down and handing them over to God and saying to God, we're starting afresh. We want to live your way. We are wanting to be led by you. Will you take us into this new season? And I hope at the end of this, we're going to have a big can here that actually we can continue to be a reminder of how God's protected us in this time. And also a reminder that actually God's wanting to take us to a new place and to a new season. So I really invite you to come and bring a stone to add to the cairn at St Andrews or to All Saints on Sunday or at any other time from your homes, and we'll make that special monument of consecration to God. May we just be reminded of those words. Follow the ark, follow God's leading, then you will know which way to go, since you have never been this way before. Consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you.